Okay, we did our functional progression, our standard functional progression, where we had 4-bar progression, 1 chord per bar, tonic in the first bar, subdominant function in the second bar, dominant function in the third bar, and then returning to tonic or returning home at the end. Now, just want to talk about some other common things that we see, some common arrangements of function. And I call these delay strategies because really what they do is they delay the movement to the dominant for the 4th bar. And this creates some tension coming back to our progression, because often in music, that 4-bar progression is going to repeat over and over. And so you kind of get this constant tension and then returning to the beginning of our progression. So these are the two that I think are the most common. So write these down, keep them handy. So the first thing that we had was, that we did in the last video is tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic. Now, our delay strategy, the first one I have is tonic to tonic, subdominant to dominant. This is still a functional progression, right? We're just delaying that movement to the dominant to the 4th bar. Then tonic to subdominant, and then we go back, oh, I screwed that up. Then we go back to tonic, and then dominant. So, tonic, subdominant, tonic, dominant. Okay? I'm just going to just quickly go through one of these. I'll take this second one here. I'm going to do the second one. And so I've got my function, tonic. I put it in parentheses to the left of the bar, right? Subdominant. Back to tonic. In parentheses. And then dominant at the end. So I know that I can choose from 1, 3, or 6, right? 1, 3, or 6. 2 or 4 for my subdominant. My tonic again, 1, 3, or 6. Okay, and then my dominant, 5 or 7, diminished. Okay, so these are my choices now, same as they've always been, but we're just rearranging the order of these things. So in my first bar, I'm just going to choose a 1, and then in my second bar, I'm going to go to a 2, and then I've got a tonic that I could choose here, so I'm going to go to a 3, and then I can go to a dominant, so I'm going to go to a 5. Okay, so these are my choices that I've made. I'll pick a key, whatever key. Let's start with C, and then we'll transpose. So my 1 is C major, my 2 is D minor, my 3 is E minor, and then my 5 is G major. Okay? So there is my tune in the key of C using delay strategy number 2. So that function order. I'm going to erase this so it doesn't confuse you anymore. Remember, I just write those there for your benefit, and then I'm going to erase them. And that's what I want to see as a finished product. Okay, this is our tune. Let's transpose it. So transposing, remember, is defined as we take that collection of chords, and then we're going to actually move all of them in the same order, but move all of them to a new key. So let's go to the key of, I don't know, how about E flat? E flat's a good key. So I have to know my key signature. My key signature is B, E, and A, flat. Okay? So now my 1 in the key of E flat is no longer C. The 1 in the key of E flat, you guessed it, is E flat. The 2 in the key of E flat is F minor. The 3 in the key of E flat is G minor, and finally the 5 in the key of E flat is B flat major. Okay, you got to know your key signatures. I know I keep saying that, don't I? Okay, and there's my tune, same progression. Okay, same functional progression, but in the key of E flat now. So far you have 3 different ways to compose a 4-bar progression. Tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic, right? So that's the feeling of home. Then we're moving, ultimate tension to return home, and we do return home in the 4th bar, and then it starts over again at home. Then we have these 2 delay strategies, as I call them, where they delay the movement to the dominant in the 4th bar. The first one, tonic, tonic, subdominant, dominant, right? So 2 tonics in a row, and then subdominant, dominant, and then tonic, subdominant, back to tonic, and then finally to dominant in the 4th bar. I've chosen to do these 4-bar progressions because most of our popular music is the progression takes place in some increment of 4, whether it's 4, 8, or 16, or 32 bars. That doesn't mean that that's all of them by any stretch. There are exceptions to that rule all over the place. There are exceptions to every rule in art, right? But this is a way to get you sounding okay pretty quickly in terms of composition, okay? All right.